Thank you very much indeed. I've been notified that the webcast is now live. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Staffordshire County Council Property Subcommittee today, Wednesday, the 7th of April, 2021. First item on the agenda is apologies. Do we have any apologies for absence, Zach?
Good afternoon, Chair. No, I've not received any apologies. However, I've noticed that Councillor Jessel isn't on the call.
And Rob Salmon has sent his apologies. Any others that we're aware of? No. Okay. Next item is declarations of interest. Does anybody have any declarations of interest? No. Next item is minutes of the meeting held on the 3rd of March. You've got the minutes in front of you. Can I have them as a correct record of the previous meeting, please?
Move that, Chairman.
Thank you. That is Councillor Jessel, who has joined us.
Yes, my apologies.
Zach, if you could make note of that, please. Moving on then to the next item on the agenda, which is Fradley Park and Nursery proposed transfer and lease. Councillor Deville, we're with you. Have we got Councillor Deville? We did have Councillor Deville. Okay. Right. In that case, the report in front of you is the proposed transfer of the land at Fradley Park, Halifax Avenue, Fradley, Staffordshire, shown on the edge part of the plan. What we're seeking to do is transfer the site from Fradley Park Developments Limited to Staffordshire County Council in accordance with the terms of the Section 106 agreement dated 24th of October 2013 and the deed of variation dated the 21st of April 2017 and the completion of the agreement for lease and 125-year lease of the site following the construction of Fradley Park Primary and Nursery School on the site by Staffordshire County Council. A free school lease will be granted to the John Taylor Matt at peppercorn rent and is therefore not for full value. It will be a standard form of lease in accordance with the requirements of the Department for Education. There is no statutory obligation to enter into the lease, but it is at the Department for Education's expectation. It is the Department for Education's expectation that the lease of the site will be granted to the John Taylor Matt following construction of the school, which is expected to be completed by September 2022. Now, the local member is Councillor Janet Eagland, I think, but Councillor Jessel is also indicating. Councillor Jessel?
Yes, my sincere apologies, Chairman. I was a little late logging on. I was having difficulty. I need to declare an interest, I'm afraid, as a trustee on the board of the John Taylor Matt.
Thank you, Councillor Jessel. Zach, have you noted, please?
Yeah, I've got it.
Great, thank you. So the local member is Councillor Eagland. Zach, have we had any comments from Councillor Eagland, please?
Yes, I have. So Councillor Eagland says the Fradley and Street Hate welcomes the John Taylor Multi-Academy Trust to Fradley and feel that the proposed educational approach is entirely suitable for the children of Fradley. The intention is to work closely with the school once it is established. With the growing developments in Fradley, it is clear school places will be needed. It also welcomes the second proposed phase will be commissioned without delay to meet local demands.
Okay, before I bring in Councillor Price, we'll just go round the various officer members. So legal, any comments?
Thank you, Chairman. So I just wanted to clarify whether the site actually abuts the public highway. So, I mean, it wasn't clear from the plan that was on there.
Anybody pick up? Ian Turner, can you pick up on that?
It doesn't abut the public highway, Imran. No, I live in Fradley, so it doesn't. I've seen the plan of it, so it's not.
Okay. Anything else to add from a legal perspective, please?
No, I think we just need to make sure, we have access to the site, and as long as that's covered, no issues from the legal part.
Okay. Got valuation?
Yeah, there's no comment from me, no, Mr. Chairman.
Finance? John?
Nothing from finance, Alan.
No, okay. So, Ian Turner, anything to add before we move forward with the further consideration? I'll bring you in a moment, Stuart.
Okay.
Ian?
No, I have nothing to say other than please bring Stuart in. Thank you.
Stuart?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just to appease legals, it will be adjacent to public highway once the development, the next phase of the development is complete. So we're in the process of agreeing a lease with the developers to get access to the site through their land, but all that land will become public adopted highway in the not too dim and distant future, hopefully before the school opens. It does abut public highway on the lower flank, but there could be a strip of land that's retained by Lichfield District Council for habitat for tree planting. So that could get in the way of the existing public highway. But our access is through the estate that's currently being built to the new school site and will abut public highway in the future.
Okay. Councillor Price, you indicated?
It was just for clarification. It's not so much about the lease, but actually planning on the building itself. Is that something that we direct, or is that directed through Lichfield District Council? I wondered if Stuart could just provide an update on that, please.
Yes, we've done it as a reserve matters application to Lichfield District Council. It is due to go to their planning committee on the 10th of May for determination. There's one objection from the parish council locally, but it's an objection we can't resolve because it's to do with the highway, which they believe is to do with the highways adjacent to the site. But highways, the Highway Authority is very, very happy with the proposal of the school and has no objections whatsoever.
Supplementary, Councillor Price?
No, that was it. Thank you, Alan. I'm sorry, Leader.
Councillor DeVille, thank you for joining us. We got started because you appeared to have dropped out, so we just cracked on.
Yeah,
is there
apologies.
anything you'd like to add to this report? We've gone through the substance of the report and we've listened to the officer's supplementary comments. Anything you'd like to add?
Thank you, Chairman, and apologies. Yes, I was struggling to get onto the line this morning. I'm sorry about that. No, thank you, Stuart, for your clarifications there. I'm pleased to hear Councillor Eagland's support for this, Chairman, and I'm delighted to bring this today. It shows our further commitment to the education of our children in excellent facilities, Chairman. Would you like me to read the recommendation?
Yes, please.
The recommendation, colleagues, is the completion of the transfer of the site from Fradley Park Developments Limited to Staffordshire County Council in accordance with the terms of the S106 agreement dated 24th of October 2013 as varied, and the completion of an agreement for lease and a 125-year lease of the site following the construction of the Fradley Park Primary and Nursery School on the site by Staffordshire County Council. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you very much indeed, Councillor DeVille. Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard those recommendations. All those in favour?
Agreed.
Aye.
Any against? Any abstentions?
I'm not voting, Chairman, for having declared an interest.
Thank you very much indeed, Councillor Jessel. That is noted. Moving on then to agenda item number 5, which is St Stephen's Primary School, Lichfield, proposed transfer. Councillor DeVille, we're back with you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Chairman. St Stephen's Primary School. It's a transfer of the site, Chairman, from BWD Trading Limited to Staffordshire County Council to provide additional outdoor space, important additional outdoor space for the school. Stuart, can I bring you in for some further background to this report, please?
Thank you, Councillor DeVille. Yes, of course. It's an existing school. The school had been an academy for some time. We've been working with the developers who are building local to the school, and the school site is, given we expanded it last year and opened it, is not quite big enough to deliver everything we need externally. So we've agreed with the developers that their contribution from 106 is to provide us with this land and a little bit of money, which we've already got towards the extension. So this is just making good what already exists. I can't give you an exact figure of the land, but it's sufficient. It's certainly sufficient to allow the school to enjoy the provision of all the external space they need.
Thank you, Stuart. Legal comments?
Yes, thanks, Chairman. No comments from legal.
Valuation?
Sorry, no comments from me, no. Thank you.
Finance? John, in the absence of Robbie or the finance.
Yeah, no, nothing from finance, Alan.
Thank you. Colleagues, you've heard Councillor DeVille's presentation of the report. Are there any questions or observations before we move forward to Councillor DeVille with the recommendation? Councillor Price?
Thank you, Leader. No, just another good news story. This is excellent provision for the school, which is badly needed, and I appreciate was part of the original application as well, as along with the previous the previous item that we've just put through as well. And it shows that Staffordshire County Council is fully committed to make sure that we deliver the best education and facilities for our children within the authority. So very, very good news, and I'm really pleased to see these. So thank you, Councillor DeVille.
Councillor DeVille, nobody else is indicating. Could you give us the recommendation, please?
Yeah, many thanks, Councillor Price, for that. And it also, I think, signifies, Chairman, the importance of outdoor play for children. Having gone through the 12 months that we've gone through, I think that outdoor play for children and indeed all of us is absolutely crucial. So thank you, Mr. Price. I think it is another really good news story. The recommendation, Chairman, is the completion of the transfer of the site from BWD Trading Limited to Staffordshire County Council in accordance with the terms of the S106 agreement dated on the 7th of June 2016, following the preparation of site for outdoor education purposes. I present that recommendation this morning, Chairman.
Thank you, Councillor DeVille. All those in favour?
Aye.
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 Any against? Any abstentions? The recommendation is approved. Thank you very much indeed, Councillor DeVille. Moving on to agenda item number 6, exclusion of the public. I move that the public be excluded from the meeting for the following items of business, which involves the likely disclosure of exempt information as defined in the paragraph of Part 1 of Schedule 12A of the Local Government Act 1972, indicated below. I so move.